Deontay Wilder versus Derek Chisora is a classic heavyweight clash of contrasting styles, with one fighter built around distance, precision, and explosive power, and the other thriving on pressure, chaos, and close-range exchanges. Wilder's entire game revolves around his devastating right hand, fast, accurate, and capable of ending a fight instantly. He does his best work from range, where his foot speed and timing allow him to control distance and land clean shots. His left jab is relatively weak and used mostly as a measuring tool rather than a scoring weapon, while his offense is heavily reliant on the straight right, occasionally mixed with a left hook or uppercut. Defensively, Wilder is more aware at distance, but his flaws become very clear when he is forced into the pocket. In close range, his defense breaks down, his accuracy drops, and he becomes vulnerable, especially as he tends to focus almost entirely on headhunting. He can also be trapped there by persistent pressure, and he has shown a tendency to fade in the later rounds, particularly against opponents with good head movement. Chisora, on the other hand, is the embodiment of pressure fighting. He wants to close the distance as quickly as possible and turn the fight into a physical, grinding battle in the pocket. He often charges forward with his head down, throwing looping overhand shots that, while sometimes telegraphed, still land with surprising consistency even against solid defenses. Once inside, he continues throwing with volume and aggression, making the fight uncomfortable and physically taxing. He is effective at closing distance, but this approach comes with clear risks. His head movement is inconsistent, his defense is unreliable, and his instinct to duck while entering exchanges leaves him highly vulnerable to uppercuts. He can also burn a lot of energy early, raising questions about his conditioning, and he tends to struggle against opponents with strong footwork who can keep him in range. The dynamics of the fight are straightforward but dangerous. If the fight stays a distance, it favors Wilder. If it turns into a pocket battle, it favors Chisora. The early rounds are the most volatile. Chisora will likely come out aggressively, attempting to overwhelm Wilder with pressure and overhand shots while closing the distance. Given Wilder's poor defense in close range, there's a very real possibility that Chisora lands clean early, potentially scoring a knockdown or even a knockout. However, this aggressive approach is energy-intensive, and if Wilder survives the initial storm, the fight is likely to shift. As Chisora slows down, his entries become more predictable, and openings begin to appear. This is where Wilder becomes increasingly dangerous, as he will have more opportunities to land his straight right at range, or catch Chisora with uppercuts as he ducks in. In the later rounds, fatigue becomes a major factor for both fighters, but Chisora's style is more draining, and if he fades, his already questionable defense deteriorates further. This creates ideal conditions for Wilder to capitalize with a fight-ending shot. Ultimately, this is a fight where a knockout is highly likely on either side. Chisora has a genuine chance to end the fight early with his pressure and overhand attacks, but if Wilder withstands that early danger, the probability increasingly shifts in his favor. The most likely outcome is Wilder scoring a knockout in the mid to late rounds, most likely with a straight right or an uppercut, making it an anyone's game fight early on, but one that leans more toward Wilder as it progresses.